Hey.
Hi.
Hi. Hello. I was sleeping.
That's okay. I've done it friggin' at least 12 times to you.
Yeah, I the only real way to get Parker to sleep now is just to like
Cuddles.
fall asleep right there. Like, so it's just, you just lay down until he goes to sleep now, and then like that's that. So
Yep. And then
I was
put you to bed.
yeah, pretty much. Yeah, so he put me to bed. Yeah, exactly. So I was like, oh, like, all right, what happened? What? Like, I woke up and it was like, oh, what happened? Oh God, like it's been a while. I had a beard. It was really weird.
I had a beard. All right, Captain America.
Yeah. So Captain America has a beard now. You want to dive right into that? You want to dive right into
Yeah, sure. I've been
Avengers?
waiting to talk about it for a long time now.
how many? Well, real quick. You know what episode this is? What episode number we're up to?
This is episode 69.
69. Yeah. All right, that was gross.
I made a cap at 69.
Yeah, so if you need to send us a note, our Twitter handle is now XX69 Raging Nerd on Pod XXS2 69.
We probably get a lot more followers.
So how many times did you watch the Avengers trailer?
Not including the twice today. A little bit before I called you. A bunch.
Yeah, I watched it. I watched it at least twice just by myself, right when it came out. Then I showed Monica, and then watched it again, and then I showed my kids. And then I'm just like finding random people on the street. And I'm like, did you see this? Captain America's got a beard.
$1.
Yeah.
Shut up, homeless man. I'm watching Captain America with a beard. He looks just like you.
Yeah, this is cool. Is this homeless Captain America? Times are tough after Civil War, huh?
Yeah.
I thought Wakanda was a wealthy nation. What happened?
I like how the quote-unquote nomad costume for the movie is just the Spider-Man 3 black symbiote costume, basically, for Cap. Like, it's the same costume he had in Winter Soldier, like, to the T, except black.
Yeah.
Little phone.
I fucking loved it. Like, I watched it so many times because it just like it chills watching this it is a fucking trailer. Like, I got more enjoyment out of that 2-minute trailer than the entire Justice League movie.
Entirety of Justice League. That's like that first day it hit. Like, that's like after the end of it. Every time I watched it, which was like a billion times, all I could think about was like, wow, what a nice mouthwash after Justice League.
I spoke to someone on for Funny Book Splatter, and they pointed out like, yeah, I think Marvel did DC a favor by not releasing that trailer the same at the same time as Justice League. Because like, can you imagine if that trailer was attached to Justice League?
That's what my money was on. I figured that they were going to release it the Wednesday, like opening Wednesday.
Mm-hmm.
Like the day before it hits theaters, I thought that they were going to be like, hey guys, peep this. Do you still want to go to the movies this weekend?
Just stay at home and watch this over and over again on YouTube.
Yeah, or do you want to start saving up now for all the times you're going to go see Infinity War opening day?
It really is night and day, and it's almost sad, like, how much better that trailer was. Like, that movie could be utter garbage. Like, it's not going to be, I'm sure, but like, that trailer was better than anything that DC has done since Man of Steel, including Man of Steel.
The trailer turned me into a Marvel fanboy on accident because, like, between you and Jackie giving me shit over how Thanos looks, like, I've been getting a little. She's doing it right now. She took time away from putting the child to bed to come over to do her best Bruce Willis impression. You're a bitch.
Yeah, I mean, Thanos does look not great. I mean, like, no, he shows up. I mean, come on, he looks like like Homer Simpson who like just took a bath in grape juice.
Look, you guys aren't wrong, and neither of any of the memes, but I still think he looks dope. I think he looks really. You just spit in my eye, my retina.
Well, I think this also goes back to what we said previously with when we talked about Thor, in that, like, all right, like, here's a guy, like, why do we care about him? Like, here he is. Like, how is he different than the other CGI villains that have showed up in all these other movies?
That's another thing, man. This trailer did a much better job than the last 17 movies of establishing Thanos as a threat.
I mean, yeah, how though? He just shows up and it's like, okay, he's got a glove, and
you didn't watch him lay Iron Man out.
Yeah, he punched that, and he punched Vision. He stabbed him
like a punk, dude.
Oh yeah, he did. Iron Man hit the floor like Bruce Banner did when he jumped down to the Rainbow Bridge. It was just like a hard whap to the bottom there. It was like, oh, sorry. Yeah. Where's your witty banter now, Tony Stark?
With no signs of getting up. He was just like, oh, this is where I live now. Dude was
Where's your Black Sabbath t-shirts now, huh? I am Iron Man? Not anymore, motherfucker.
You just got fucking deboed. Yeah. That's Thanos' Black.
Yeah, I think, they haven't done a great job of establishing like what the Infinity Gems really are and what they are capable of.
That's not my gripe, really. Like every other movie or so, they're like, hey, these are incredibly powerful things. They should not be able to get into the wrong hands. The problem with that, though, is like the powers for a couple of them are kind of ill-defined, right? Like,
yeah, and there's some redundancies in there too, because it's like one like alters reality. Like, why would you need anything else? You could just be like, well, guess what? Now you're all fucking frogs. Like, all right, I win. Like,
yeah. Oh my god! I really hope he turns Thor into a frog. With the ether and the Tesseract, like I feel like they kind of cancel each other out. Like, at least as far as their explanations in the movies have gone, because I guess the reality gem is the ether, right?
I don't even know. Like, to be honest, I know there's 6 of them. I don't know what they all do. One's like strength, one's reality, one's soul. Like, what does some of that shit do?
The soul gem hasn't popped up yet.
Okay.
So the Tesseract is a space stone, right? So that allows you to travel through space and through space.
Yeah.
Teleportation, basically, right? But the ether, at the end of Dark World, the ether just kind of makes them travel through different dimensions. So, there's no I don't remember any real reality bending.
Well, I don't remember anything about Dark World aside from the fact that it was a movie that existed.
Yeah, maybe there was, but I honestly don't. All I remember is them opening up portals with a different stone from the Tesseract.
What if the entire movie Thor: The Dark World was the reality gem, and it altered reality to make us forget what the fuck just happened there?
That would be fine. I guess it would give it some sort of purpose. But whatever. Yeah, you're right. The Infinity Gems aren't really. They definitely have been showcased well.
Yeah, I mean, it's the same. It's the same problem that we talked about during the Thor review, because it's like, all right, you're set. Here's a huge ass event, and we don't know what the stakes are really. It's just because you can look at. All right, yeah, you saw Thanos punch Iron Man and knock him out like he was just wet spaghetti, but. You also kind of saw Ultron do that too. I mean, in Age of Ultron, you saw the Captain America shield broken. You saw a bunch of crazy shit. You're like, oh, this guy is really badass and is going to take out the Avengers.
Well, that was in his vision.
But you didn't know that in the trailer. You didn't know that in the trailer. You didn't know anything about Ultron before Age of Ultron, and then here he is. So, I mean, I guess you could make the same argument, because we didn't know anything about Ultron during that movie, and then here he is, a credible threat. So here's Thanos, all right, here's something else. But it's such a bigger threat because you need an entire army and all of these characters to join forces to fight him.
Right, and nobody, Ultron wasn't being teased from the beginning, basically.
Yeah.
Ultron doesn't have cameos in other movies with people talking about how terrible of a father he was. It's just, I think maybe a little more Thanos fucking the world up would have been good in the trailer.
Yeah,
Maybe
but
that would have
and
shit
also,
in
yeah, but look, this is.
Comic-Con trailer. There's that part where he blows up a moon and throws it at the Avengers.
I mean, look, yeah, this is the first trailer, so like, I think I'm being overly critical of something that I absolutely loved. So like, I don't know why I'm nitpicking about that, especially now that I think like, yeah, they didn't.
Because you just saw Justice
Yeah.
League and we're scared of everything. The world is dark and scary.
I don't know how to feel. I don't know how to love anymore. Avengers, teach me how to love.
Captain America's dressed like Batman.
What is happening? But there wasn't a part of that trailer that I didn't love and didn't want to immediately rewind and watch the entire thing over again.
Me too. I really love the repurposing of Nick Fury's Avengers speech.
Yes, that was really well done.
Liked everybody having their own little sentence. That was cool, I thought.
Yeah.
But like when I was watching the first time, I was like, "Are we kidding with this?" I waited too long, and this is what we're gonna eat up 40 seconds with, guys. Just them talking and looking at each other.
I talked to a vendor at work, and the other nerd guy, and he was like, and he claimed he didn't know that Guardians of the Galaxy was in the same like universe as all the Marvel movies, so that was like a complete fucking surprise to him at the end, where like all of a sudden it was like, oh those guys, I know those guys, why are they here? So that, I
mean, that's Marvel's like biggest franchise outside of the Avengers. I find that difficult to believe.
I don't know, man. He's got I guess he's got other priorities. I mean, like yeah. But that
like smashing puss and
welcome to episode 69, motherfuckers.
Fucking nerds.
Yeah,
all right,
probably. Got your Rocket Raccoon right here. I don't know what that meant.
You need to shave your dick, buddy.
I really don't know what I was going with that one. I could have just picked any of the Guardians to be like, yeah, here's your Drax.
This guy's has 2 black eyes.
Yeah. I got your Drax the Destroyer. Okay. Like any of them really.
My penis doesn't understand metaphors.
Yeah, I mean, none of them really work, but I mean, like they're all equally offensive. So I don't know what to say to it.
I don't know.
Yeah. I am Groot, right? All right, just stop it. All right. But that was like such like a perfect capper to the trailer, too. To just be like,
I actually kind of wished it. Like I didn't like it as a capper.
Oh no, it was perfect because like that's something we've been kind of like hoping. I wanted that to be at the end of Thor, to like to have that meetup, but like we kind of all assumed that was what was going to happen. But to actually
did you not see the leaked Comic-Con or the leaked D23 footage?
I did not see that.
Oh, okay. So, well, this wasn't a surprise to me. I already saw this.
Well, fuck you then.
So after like the Avengers score, like that has never sounded better. Like after that, dun, 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 like I was cool with that being the end, and then I just, like. Mantis Waves is the last part of the thing. I'm like, well, whatever.
No,
that was a lot less grandiose than like the Avengers, who now look like Bryan Singer's X-Men for some reason, all running towards the camera together. Why is everybody in black?
They're in Wakanda.
That's racist. That's not what I didn't say blackface. This isn't the fucking jazz singer.
You didn't see that deleted that footage from that convention?
That was not the Republican National Committee convention.
You didn't see that one from Charlottesville where they showed where they were all. Yeah, it was really weird. I mean, it was a weird thing for Disney to display a trailer, but I mean, everything was a promotion in some way. No publicity is bad
the
publicity.
Crowd, I guess.
Yeah, they got No, I loved it.
I don't like all the black costumes. Like, I don't know. It reminds me of shitty movies.
It's stealth mode. It's fine. I went with it.
Stealth mode. It's a giant, enormous Lord of the Rings battle. There's no more stealth mode.
No, I'm fine with it. And plus, like, look, honestly, we got to see like glimpses of stuff. They could all just be set in the shadow or something like that. Like, because you don't get to see the full extent to everything just yet anyway.
they were running in broad daylight and every single character had a black costume on.
I don't know, man.
Black
There's a lot
Panther,
of
I get it. That's your costume. But, like, come on. Somebody put some color in those costumes.
yeah. They're not, don't worry. They'll jazz it up. It's not going to be a Zack Snyder movie. Okay, they're gonna fix that.
No. Hey, that CGI looks pretty good for a first trailer, I think.
Yeah. So I mean, there wasn't anything about the trailer that I was like, this is not good. Like seeing like Spider-Man is in there, seeing all the like everyone
with the lighting effects when he lands with the not the Iron Spider suit, but the new suit.
Yeah, like almost like the Superior Spider-Man suit. It looked like.
No, that thing is pretty colorful.
Yeah, I don't know.
And
but
very metallic.
everyone was in there except for we didn't see Ant-Man. I mean,
we didn't see a lot of people. No
Ant-Man,
Hawkeye, no Ant-Man,
Ant-Man could have been in there because he could be really small, but we didn't see him in there. Yeah, no Hawkeye.
No, lots of people. I mean, there's a lot of characters in this movie.
Yeah, this movie is gonna cost $1 billion.
This movie is gonna make $1 billion. Yeah. No, I guess it's only $2 billion. I think it's gonna make more than Warren Buffett will ever see in 4 lifetimes.
Yeah, it's. I mean, it kind of has to, but this movie serves as like the capper to everything that's happened so far in the Marvel universe. Yeah. Everything since the first Iron Man movie comes to a close with this. So that also, I think, leads to whatever is going to come next, which we could talk about the whole Fox thing in a minute. But the idea there that like they could put a cap to this, like Captain America could die at the end of this movie. And like,
I hope he does.
Yeah, me too.
It sounds like with the way Feige has been speaking about this movie, it feels like it is a capper. Like there's a lot of people who are not going on to Phase 4.
Yeah, which is fine because that's something like they can do that in the comic book movies. You don't have to recast someone over and over again. You could just write that character off and continue going. You could keep going and tell new stories and bring in new characters and create a legacy with these characters. You can pass Captain America's shield on to the Winter Soldier. You can have Miles Morales show up to pick up after Peter Parker. Like, you can do these kind of things in the movies, not like in the comics where, well, you have to put Peter Parker back in the suit. You have to put Captain America back. You have to bring him back to life in order to do this. You have to get him out of being a Nazi to tell the story. Yeah.
We need to get white Captain America back.
So, yeah, man, I can't wait. I kind of wanted to just go and watch it again right now, but you know, we're still talking, and that would be rude.
I understand. I mean, my feelings will be a little hurt, but I'll get over it. I'll just watch it too, I guess. Yeah. Like this, watching the trailer, it feels like a real Star Wars level event.
Yeah. This is fucking big. It is huge. You know,
I've been thinking about this more than Star Wars, and Star Wars is out in a couple of days.
I know, isn't that crazy? Like I'm like oh yeah, I was really excited when that came out, but now I'm like, no. Like, is that going to be an opportunity for me to see this trailer on the big screen? Because that's really all I'm looking for. Like, I'm going to go and pay $30 to go see that.
They're 100% going to put it again with Star Wars.
Oh yeah.
You know what? Maybe I feel like, because I know what I'm getting with Star Wars. Not that that's a bad thing. Like I'm crazy excited. I can't wait to see it. But like, I've never seen something this big in a movie, right? Mm-hmm. Like almost every character from over the last 18 movies by that point will be in one movie fighting a massive global war.
Yeah. and there's like nothing to compare it to that I can think of that would have done this. I mean, you're talking about...
It's never been done before.
10 years.
It's 10 movie universe.
10 years worth of movies that have all been building up to this, that haven't been rebooted, that haven't been totally recast or anything like that. Like, there is no other like shared universe that's that high. What's that?
Only 2 recasts, right?
Yeah, because it was...
Terrence Howard and Hulk.
Yeah. Yeah, well, it does, yes, because Incredible Hulk counts. I mean, technically, Tony Stark's dad, because he's one guy in the Captain America movies and he's another guy in the Iron Man movies.
Oh, well, it's older though.
Yeah, so I think that's the only like kind of
And
other
what's
one.
his name? The guy who plays Preacher. He was in the Agent Carter show. He stayed Tony Stark in Agent Carter
Oh yeah.
after John Slattery was already old Iron Man's dad.
Okay. But
I guess I could have just said Howard Stark instead of Iron Man's dad. Mr. Iron Man. Don't call me
Mr. Iron Man.
Mr. Iron Man. Mr. Iron Man was my father.
That's like when I pick up my Oliver at daycare, the other kids are like, Oliver's dad, Mr.
Yeah.
Oliver's dad, and I'm like, what? Like, what do you want?
What?
What? Yeah, I kind of enjoy like screwing with those kids because like it's just fun to like one of them. There's one of them that I really don't like, this one kid. So like he'll try to like tattle on Oliver for something like, oh, Oliver he put that like crayon in his mouth, and I'm like, well, maybe it tastes good. Have you tried it? And he was like, what? And I'm like, you don't know, man. P.S.
You don't know
No
what
one
you're
likes. I'm like, no one likes a tattletale, man. All right, you got everything. Let's go, man. Like it just like it kind of freaks them out a little because they're like, I don't know. Like I'm sure like right after I left, that kid ate a fucking crayon. Like
I'm sure he did. He better have. I hope he did. No, fuck back, little kid.
All right. So anything else you want to say about the Avengers Infinity War trailer?
I'm sure I'll say some more when we get into this Fox acquisition.
Yeah, let's talk. Well, yes, let's talk about that before.
Because like that just gave me theories.
Yeah.
This came out of this started as like look what they tried to do behind closed doors and it didn't work out.
Yeah.
To, oh my god, it actually happened.
Well, it hasn't happened yet, right? Like it's in the talks and it looks like
it closed, but they're doing the acquisition announcement next week.
Oh yeah. Well,
That's what
I didn't think it happened yet, but like it seemed like now it was dead, and then now it looks like it's coming back. But so the idea there is Disney.
Oh, sorry, go ahead.
No, so Disney is in talks to buy 21st Century Fox, which is, to understand, like that's the entertainment side. So it would not touch Fox News.
No,
it would not touch Fox Sports. It's just like basically their movie, and I don't know would it be the television network?
I'm not positive about that. I just know it's movies. So like Disney could end up owning like Aliens, Predator, like shit you would not think of because the Infinity War trailer just dropped and made you miss X-Men.
Yeah. That's the big one. X-Men and Fantastic Four. Which that
almost
comes
everything.
That comes
Disney,
with it. Yeah, your Silver Surfer, everything that is in that deep bench of Fantastic Four, fucking Galactus. Like you could have a Guardians movie where they fight Galactus. Like
sure could.
That shit could happen. They could do Annihilation. They could do that fucking storyline. Like it would just put all of the toys back in the Marvel toy box. Technically Spider-Man's not in there, but he's in there enough that Sony's letting him borrow it.
The Hulk's kind of not like they can't really like. Universal owns some stuff too, kind of.
Yeah. So like Universal sort of has some sort of ownership to the Hulk, but it's not to the extent that they can go out and make their own Hulk movie. But right. I think that Marvel
kind of making a Hulk movie, so it's not like
Marvel would have to pay Universal something if they were to do a Hulk solo movie, I think. But
did you see how much it's going to cost to buy out the assets from Fox?
No.
$67 billion.
Wow, that's how much fucking Deadpool costs.
No, billion.
Yeah.
Deadpool didn't cost $67 billion.
I was pointing out one.
Oh right.
Character. It wasn't like, oh yeah, that's how much fucking the fucking teenage psychic warhead kid costs. Wow, that's a lot.
Teenage psychic warhead.
I don't fucking remember what the hell that character's name was.
Just to touch on that, everybody who thinks that Marvel's not going to make R-rated Deadpool movies anymore, shut up. Stop talking out of your asses.
Yeah, Disney wants to make money. That's what they want. So if making R-rated movies, I am curious how they're going to handle some of those, because Disney doesn't really make a ton of adult movies like that. So,
But they do. They have made them before.
like what?
Like I can't remember. I was reading something, but like it's not like the Disney castle doesn't come up over the R-rated movies.
Yeah.
But
I mean,
Disney owns the studios that make some R-rated films.
Yeah, like they owned Miramax for a while. I think they still do, but now with less Harvey Weinstein.
Now with less Harvey Weinstein. I just imagined a cereal box.
Yeah.
I guess like it was the bunch of real gross marshmallows.
Yeah. Free sexual harassment inside.
A lot of potted plants.
Yeah. Oh.
But like, what Disney's great at is not messing with a formula that works. Stop. Why everyone's so afraid of Disney? Arguably the best people who make movies in my lifetime.
Yeah. Like look at what they've done with Star Wars. Like they're like, no, there's a formula to this. We're just gonna make Star Wars movies.
They've made many of the most recognizable movies on the planet, and they will continue to do so very successfully, as they have done since World War II.
Yeah. Oh,
Come on.
Speaking of Star Wars, real quick, did you see that Kathleen Kennedy made a job offer to, how do you pronounce it, Taika Waititi?
I don't think that's gonna come to anything.
No, but did you see, like, he had tweeted once before when one guy had, like, left a Star Wars movie, like, hey, someone was like, hey, you should do one. And he's like, nah, I'm good. I like to finish my movies. And I was like, oh, that's a fucking burn. That was really good.
I get where she would be excited for him. I don't think Star Wars would be a good for him to try to flourish.
Yeah, because I don't think that they would want like an individual voice like that in the Star Wars universe.
I don't think so either. And I think that's what you're getting with him.
Yeah.
You can't get in that guy's way.
You gotta let him tell a story.
If he gets hired, he's gonna be Lord Miller. He's gonna get fired. And probably much sooner than Lord Miller got fired.
Yeah. All right, how do you think they would go about, if this does go through, how do you think they would go about introducing things like the X-Men or the Fantastic Four into the Marvel Universe?
That is... I mean, like, I just started entertaining the thought that it was real today because I saw the thing that said, the deal is done, the announcement's coming likely next week. I don't know how true that is, but it was on the internet, so it's probably not lying.
Yeah, I mean, it's probably 100% true.
Absolutely. But like, it kind of just, I never thought this would happen.
Yeah.
So I never bothered to think of a way to backdoor these guys in. You can't backdoor them in. Like, you're gonna have to.
Well, hold on. Look, I want to go back to a theory or like a suggestion that Jim Zub had thrown out there a while ago, where it's like you have the Infinity Stones. One of them is like reality and all this other shit. Like, you could just kind of like pop around to different, universes or whatever, and you could just say like, hey, these guys came from a different universe and now they're here. Like, through the reality altering powers of the Infinity Gauntlet, some fucking worlds collided or some shit, and all of a sudden these things are here.
Way to do it, I guess. Yeah.
Or they're just in the shadows, like what they tried to do with the Inhumans, where it was like, no, they're over here, and they're just starting to blossom, and now
the X-Men have been hiding out in Venus gas pockets all these years.
Have you watched any more of the Inhumans?
I didn't watch a dick all of that fucking nonsense, dude.
Fuck you, too, because you're like, oh, I'm going to watch every episode of this show. It's only 6 episodes. You haven't watched a fucking thing.
No. Also, it turns out it was longer than 6.
Was it?
Yeah, it was 8. So
still not fucking worth it. Like,
that kind of commitment.
That show was boring as fuck.
Yeah, it's just I didn't watch it. I did plan on watching it, but Jackie wanted to watch it too, so I watched it again, and all the fun I had watching it the first time just drained, and I just saw it for exactly what it was, and I was just like, holy crap.
It sounds like you went to like you went to a really cool strip club, and then the next day you're like, oh, it'll be great. Let's go during lunchtime, and you're like, oh, this is
they
depressing.
had all the lights on.
Yeah.
The guy who's wiping the cum off of everything is still there.
How quickly, if this deal goes through, how quickly will Marvel drop the Inhumans like a bad fucking habit and just take back the X-Men?
Oh, immediately, dude.
Yeah.
I guarantee you at least Galactus is going to be introduced at the end of Infinity War Part 2.
Well, no, there's no part 2. Remember, this is one movie.
No, it's not.
Yes,
it's not going to be one movie.
Yes, it is. There was going to be 2, and then now it's one movie, and then there's some other Avengers 4. But this is one
I think
movie.
that's the second part of Infinity War.
No, it's not. They were going to do one. They were going to do 2.
Movie, and then no, never mind. They didn't do that.
No,
there's no.
No, they've changed things out. When they first announced all that was like several years ago. So they've adjusted it. Like Captain Marvel hasn't come out yet because they got Spider-Man, so they had to like change shit around.
I don't think it's one movie.
It is one movie.
I don't think
it's going to be one long crazy ass movie. But
if it's a 3 hour, it's a solid 3 hour movie, I might be okay with that.
It will be a solid 3 hour movie. There's no way this is not a 3 hour movie.
I'm willing to spend 3 hours in the theater for Infinity War.
This will be 3 hours.
But if it's just like Justice League length or 2.5 hours,
it is not going to be Justice League. It is not going to be Justice League length. If anything, it's going to be like what they tried to do with Batman versus Superman, but like with an actual entertaining movie.
Right. How movies are made.
Yeah, like something that people.
They're going to try to do the same thing they did with BVS, but they decided to make a movie instead.
Yeah. Like so, picture BVS, but like an actual entertaining thing that people want to see. Like,
oh, cool.
That's the only difference.
So any other movie.
Yeah, it's like any other movie. Like like Trolls, but like with the Avengers.
Gotcha.
And like 3 hours long.
I still don't believe it's one movie.
It is 100% one movie. Why wouldn't it be one movie?
Why would it be one movie?
Because they want to stretch out the contracts with some of the people that are like, oh, we're committed to do X amount of movies. So they're going to shrink what was going to be 2 movies into one. And now, hey, Tony Stark's got to show up again.
Is that it? I thought that they were contracted through Avengers 4.
Yeah, which will now be some other movie. This is Avengers 3.
So why not just make Avengers 4 from out of the Fallout and it's a brand new Avenger team?
I don't know, man. We don't know what it's gonna come out of this movie.
Because Infinity War is 2 movies. That's why.
It's fucking not. What they were gonna do 2 movies. This is out there in the news. You're fucking fake newsing this shit.
Is it in the news? I didn't see that.
That happened a while ago. That happened so long ago.
Oh, well, I just didn't believe it, I guess.
Yeah. Fucking fake news motherfucker over here, just like, oh, I don't believe it, so I'm just gonna, I don't like that news.
I still believe it, but this is the hill I'm gonna die
on. I will assure you that is one fucking movie.
You also assured me that Guardians of the Galaxy.
I did not assure you. I just bet that would happen, and I was entirely wrong. I admit it. Fucking ate my hat on that one. Fucking shit, man. Get off my dick. Fucking A, man.
I ain't getting off your dick on episode 69. Kidding me?
I think we've spent more time praising a trailer for a movie than we did talking about the Justice League by this point.
What, are you serious?
No. Not quite.
Oh my god, it's 34 minutes.
Fucking A, man.
Oh shit. How do you think that they'll introduce everybody? Like, I just figured it would be like stinger scenes. At the end, in one of the standalone movies, probably pretty not by Black Panther, but like Infinity War or whatever comes after that. What's that? Ant-Man and the Wasp?
Ant-Man and the Wasp comes after Infinity War. I mean, well, you have to also bear in mind, like, they're gonna have to have that. That's gonna be a quick turnaround because like they're gonna have to like film that shit, get it in there. Because like even if they announce this deal, that doesn't mean that it's done with that. Because like they still has to like they may like commit to doing it, but then they still have to like get it cleared by like the government and shit. Because like that's why like you have like the AT&T and Time Warner merger. That shit hasn't gone through yet because like the government has to okay it.
Mm-hmm. But how quick was the Sony deal made?
That
felt
one,
like Spider-Man was
yeah,
right in Civil War pretty quick after that was announced.
Yeah, I think that was like less than a year afterwards because they're like, hey, we know that they're working on Civil War, and then the Sony deal happened, and they're like, guess what? Spider-Man's going to be in Civil War.
All right. This seems a little bit. This is a lot bigger.
This
though,
is very, very big. So like, but again, like we don't know how long this has been in the works. So if this is something that like Feige has been working on for a while, like that could be why we haven't really seen any official announcements past next year's movies. Like, we don't know. I mean, I'm sure that they have like dates already like slated out for like, yeah, we're gonna do movies here, here, and here, but we don't know.
That's gonna change as soon as it actually is.
Yeah, I think after Infinity War comes out, they're gonna be like, here's phase whatever they're up to. 4, I think, will be that phase. I mean, I know. Well, no, Captain Marvel's the only other one I feel like is after that because you've got next year it's Black Panther, Avengers Infinity War, and then Ant-Man and the Wasp. I think is. I don't know. I feel like an asshole because I feel like we talked about this last time too.
It's definitely next year.
Yeah,
it's got to be late. It's got to be November.
Yeah, and then Captain Marvel is 2019 then. But I don't know what else is after that, if anything, that they've officially announced.
Sequel, I think is that summer.
Yes, but they haven't really done anything about that.
Yeah, of course. Right.
Yeah, but that will probably change as they might just jump right into X-Men and like throw that onto the slate, but it'll be interesting.
I would be fine with that too if they just fine, just jump right in, I guess.
Yeah. So yeah, I'm just looking up now. So yeah, Avengers Infinity War sequel, which is the untitled Avengers movie, will be in 2019. So they're gonna have this movie this sequel is gonna come right after. That's right now, but I think they'll probably end up moving that around.
The Infinity War sequel?
I think they're probably right now. They're
not moving that around. No.
Listen. Well, we don't know because look, originally when Infinity War was 2 parts, they had part 1 was going to be in May 2018 and part 2 was going to be in May 2019. Right. So they still have those like dates kind of locked in, but I think they're going to keep that date and they're going to change it into another movie. So whether that's another...
They changed Infinity War Part 2 into a movie.
It's not... Yeah. So, you fucking asshole. They're going to change what the sequel
They're going to change everything. They're going to change the entire slate. Once this thing is good to go, we're getting a lot of movies we never thought we would get from Marvel pretty quickly, yeah. I bet.
But I'm
Captain
also
Marvel's not changing. They're but everything.
No, Captain Marvel's the last. I think Captain Marvel's the last officially announced kind of one.
I bet everything after Captain Marvel is up for grabs. I bet.
Yeah. But
they're gonna want to get an X-Men movie out real fast.
Yeah, they're gonna fast track that definitely. Although again, I'm kind of bummed because I liked what Fox started doing between Deadpool and Logan and what New Mutants looks like. They're taking chances. Multiple Man is in the fucking works. They're playing around with everything.
I wanted to ask you about that. Just real quick, what do you think of James Franco's Multiple Man?
Totally fine.
I think that's pretty good casting, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I that is my favorite X-Men character, so I'm totally down for that.
Well, you're not going to see that movie. They're not going to make it.
Probably not. Nope. Sorry, Franco.
But they're definitely going to make Deadpools. I mean, that's not going anywhere, and that's going to stay R-rated. I promise you guys. He won't be R-rated when he's in other movies, but
yeah, I mean Deadpool. Well, which is the same kind of case with him appearing in the comics too. So
right. You know what I saw today? I saw Hugh Jackman was interviewed and asked about the Fox acquisition, and he was like, "If I knew this was in the works."
Yeah, because wasn't he
I would not quit.
Yeah, because wasn't he saying yeah, can you just put me in there somewhere, just like a cameo? I'll show up, I'll do something.
He wanted it. I like it, and like as much as I love Logan and don't want him to be Wolverine again.
Well, look, they could
I,
put him in there, like, because
I,
Logan is after all this, right? But
yeah,
they
I
have,
was,
but
I was thinking about it before we started talking. I was like, I mean, it is in the future.
yeah, but that's an entirely different universe, because like that is a place where
Yeah.
mutants have been around for a while. So to suddenly be like, oh yeah, and here's Wolverine.
Yeah.
What are you up to, bub? Like, yeah.
So just reality gem that shit and bring the X-Men from a different universe.
Yeah.
That's easy. That's clean it up and then let Hugh Jackman still be Wolverine.
Yeah, they've already, retconned a bunch of shit in the X-Men universe anyway, so just
Right.
keep doing
Who cares if they do it again? No
Yeah.
one's paying attention. They're X-Men movies made by terrible people.
Yep. You heard that, Ratner? Fuck you, man.
Yeah, and Singer. Fuck
Yeah.
Ryan Singer too.
Yeah, I just like tried to look up. There is really like nothing past, like nothing official past Captain Marvel. Captain Marvel's March 8th, 2019. But there's nothing official past. Oh shit! You know what else comes out next year? X-Men: Dark Phoenix. So
Yeah, who gives?
no one cares. And Deadpool 2. So next year, 2018. We thought 2017 had a lot of comic book movies and genre movies. 2018 has Black Panther, New Mutants, Avengers: Infinity War, Deadpool 2, Ant-Man and the Wasp. That's not happening. They have Venom listed here. That's not Venom. Is that really happening?
That's happening, dude.
Venom is October of next year.
They just showed the movie logo today.
And X-Men: Dark Phoenix, and at the end of the year, in December, Aquaman.
Oh, Aquaman's next year?
Yeah, end of the year.
No,
that's the only DC movie. That's the only DC movie.
I was a lot more excited about this year than I was for next year, I guess.
Yeah, like
there's a lot of those movies I don't really.
Does Han Solo come out next year too?
It does, May-ish, I think.
Yeah, that's a summer movie.
Yeah, can you believe that?
Yeah, they're moving it up. Like I was fine with having, like Christmas be having Star Wars be a Christmas tradition, like that.
It's nice. Yeah, me too. I like that. Oh, by the way, we're seeing we're gonna go see it again on Christmas, but we are seeing it opening weekend.
Yeah, I know. I mean, I'll see it opening week. Probably not that weekend, but I'll see. Because actually, no, I can. When does it come out again? It comes out the
15th.
15th. Awesome. I am off from work. And so is Monica the entire week of the 18th. So I'm just going to go probably Monday morning and go and see the movie.
Dope.
Yeah, so that way I don't have to pay full price ticket.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, because fucking A. Yeah, so that's what I'll probably do is go during the day and go and see it then.
Very cool.
I'm
excited.
Yeah. It's a lot of...
Can't wait.
Really good time to be a nerd.
Yeah.
All right. Oh, I have this other. I wanted to run this thing by you because I wanted to see if I should be mad about this.
Okay.
It's not the Justice League.
I'm a pretty good barometer. With that question.
So let me set the stage. This is what happened, right? So a couple months ago, my brother got engaged. He's getting married next year. So we had my family did an engagement brunch kind of thing at a restaurant in Middletown, right? So it was it was my family and my future sister-in-law's family got together. We're all at a big table. We're all eating brunch and stuff. And my kids are the only kids there, which is fine. And they were well behaved for the most part. They were running around a little bit towards the end, but there wasn't a lot of people there, and they kind of stayed to the side. So we weren't jumping on anyone's chair or anything like that, or screaming or anything like that. They weren't doing any of that. So we're eating, everything's fine.
Being at a restaurant at their age, if they're good for most of the time and are just running around the end, that's pretty good.
Yeah, they were, and again, they weren't screaming, they weren't throwing anything. It was okay. So we're eating. I don't know. They're at the table, and then there was a table kind of to the side of us, to the opposite side of where the kids were. And seated at that table was an older priest, a guy in kind of monk robes, and then some other person. Okay? Also eating...
rabbi and a minister walked into a restaurant?
Yeah.
Are you just trolling me right now?
Yes. So no, that happened. So then they finish, they get up to leave, and the priest looks at Oliver and goes, "Halloween is over. You can take your mask off." And I'm like, what?
Go
and I'm like,
fuck yourself, child.
Yeah.
God.
I'm like, did this?
course.
did this fucking priest just call my son ugly? Like,
yeah, he did.
Yeah. So I'm like,
In
what?
December?
No, this was like this was like a few weeks ago. This was in November. So like it was like maybe like a week or two after. It was probably like right after we went to the wrestling show. So I'm like, what? Like I was like really like taken off guard by it. I'm like, what the fuck did this guy just say? Like, but I'm like afterwards, I was like, did he just really call my kid up? Like, man, fuck you, man. Like,
yeah, you should have stood up and said, "Say it again."
Where's your God now, motherfucker?
Fucker backs down. What an asshole! Don't speak to kids who don't belong to you.
Yeah,
especially if you're a priest.
Yeah, man, fuck you. You have a bad enough reputation for talking to kids. Just
be mad at that shit. Track him down.
Yeah,
fucking. You should have taken a picture of him.
Yeah.
Google Earth, it's fucking stupid address.
I'm gonna put you on Twitter, motherfucker.
Put a bunch of Halloween masks all over his fucking tree.
So anyway, I followed him in the parking lot and set a cross on fire on his lawn. So that probably got.
That's a little dicey. I don't know about the cross on fire.
that was too far. I'm sorry.
The cross, I don't know, man. I don't think you're supposed to do that shit anymore.
Yeah, I understand. Joke about
I understand the sentiment, but I think it's gonna be taken the wrong way.
I'm sorry. That was too far. I'm gonna get letters about that. So anyway, ragingnerdon@gmail.com. If you want to tell me what I should have done.
I thought you were gonna give away my email address. I gotta field all these. Fuck.
Yeah. So that happened. Trying to think of anything else happened. Oh, I found out my mom listened to the podcast once. She did not make it through.
How come? Is she still talking to you?
Yeah. So she.
I'm not allowed anywhere near your family, am I?
Well, it's funny. She's like, oh, because now the podcast gets turned into a Facebook video. And it goes up there, and it seems like people are listening to it more there than they are with like downloading the MP3. But yeah, my mom was like, "Oh yeah, my mom goes like, oh yeah, I saw like I tried listening to one of your podcasts. You curse a lot." And I'm like, yeah, she's like, I couldn't make it all the way through. I'm like, you curse a lot. I'm like, yep. That happens. I mean, like the show's got the word rage in it. What do you
have planned for episode 69? Mommy.
No.
I regret it. Yeah. I'm sorry.
It's already.
It's all right. She's never gonna listen again.
I mean, in a podcast,
it's not like we're gonna stop cursing.
I know. I'm not gonna rein that in, but I mean, like in a podcast where we've already mentioned Harvey Weinstein and burning a cross, that somehow crossed the line. Like, ew, now I feel dirty. Yeah.
And anywho, so she's not a fan.
Doesn't seem like that way. So sorry, Mom.
What about your dad?
Yeah, he doesn't know what a podcast is. But I think
you guys got 69 episodes yet?
He was waiting for it. That's his jumping on point. Yeah.
Yep.
But I think my father-in-law still listens sometimes, so that's a little more awkward. But yeah. So I
that's cool. Yeah. Welcome.
Welcome. Yes.
Welcome, old folks.
I'm glad you figured out how to use the podcast.
We use now. Things have changed since 1952.
They're not that old. What? How? What?
Sorry,
like my fucking
I think everyone above 35 is Abraham Simpson. Yeah. I don't know why. I'm 36.
Yeah. And then what was I gonna say? Oh, the have you heard of pod fasting? Have you heard of this?
Pod fasting? This sounds dumb already.
It's listening. It's like the stupid term that's used for listening to podcasts at a faster speed.
Oh, that's fucking stupid.
No, it's not. No, it's not.
Yes, it is, because that's how we got the fucking chipmunks, James, and the chipmunks are dumb as shit. Fucking ruin Christmas for me every year.
No, I've started listening to podcasts at 1.8 times the normal speed, and I feel like a podcast god.
Yo, yeah, because I feel like you're a fucking idiot. You are not a god worth praying to.
But what I realized happened though, it is a ruined podcast at a normal speed for me. Like they all sound like they're really asleep, and it's like Monica and I both listen to The Daily from the New York Times. So like I'll listen to it and I get through a 20-minute podcast in 10 minutes, and then like I don't know, like she'll walk by or something and she's listening to it, and I hear them, they're like, today on the news.
All right, you're not the goddamn Flash.
I'm the Flash of podcasts, okay?
No, you're the ass of
yes,
podcasts.
I disagree. I've tapped into the Speed Force, and the only ability I have is to listen to podcasts faster than normal. I can't run fast. I can't jump high.
I can't save my mom.
I can't throw lightning bolts, but I could fucking listen to podcasts really fast.
I can just get the news slightly faster than other people who waited to get the news.
Yep. It's like, oh, you're only on that headline? Please, I already finished that one, and I'm now listening to some podcast about Charles Manson. What are you gonna do?
I'm gonna throw your fucking avocado toast on the floor, you piece of shit. That's what I'm gonna do. 1.8 times. Yep. Who the hell do you think
I tried moving it up to 2x the speed, and that's the line. That's the threshold where I'm
now
like,
you're Dr. Manhattan.
Yeah, that's it. Where I'm like, I've seen God. I can't go that far. I've done too much.
I'll tell you right now, we're not making it to 70. Go fuck yourself and fuck this whole operation. This is the stupidest thing I've ever heard. Just enjoy conversations like a normal human being.
I can't anymore. Okay, I've moved past that.
Did I tell you about this? You hear about this podcasting?
Yeah. Now I'm like a morning radio host. So have you heard about this, BJ? Have you heard? Yeah.
I've seen this. Have you heard about this?
This concept of pod-fasting in the news today. I don't know about it. I mean, I don't know what that.
Yeah,
I don't know where I was going with that. No, I don't. I don't know where I was going. I mean, like, is it like Kwanzaa? Are they fasting for Ramadan? Is that what's happening? I don't know.
Still doing I don't know what Kwanzaa is jokes in 2017?
Yes. I'm sure it's still relevant.
I'm sure it's still relevant. I'm sure jokes from 1996 are still relevant.
They're huge. They're huge in Albuquerque. I don't know.
Albuquerque.
I was gonna say Alabama, but I'm like, no, that's probably not gonna be a good thing to say right now.
Why? What happened, Alex?
I don't know. It's just like Alabama's not a great place. I mean, look, they have a fucking.
I didn't listen to that podcast fast enough, so I don't know what's up in Alabama.
Well, no, they have the fucking child molesters running for the Senate.
I know what's happening.
Fucking A, man. Why did you say you don't know? You need to add some emphasis in there.
Did you not hear the fast podcast joke?
That's well, fuck you then. All right. That's it. I'm living my podcast a quarter hour at a time, okay? And I just can't.
All right, Dominic Toretto, relax. God. You're out of the family. I expect you to turn in your GTO and your bucket of Coronas tomorrow morning.
I don't care, man. I'm flying through podcasts now. I feel like
glad you're happy.
I am. I'm very happy.
It's fucking stupid. You sound like such a jerk. Have you heard about podcasting?
Fuck you.
There's a term for it.
That's the catchy term that I read on the article that I read about it said. But there's apps that will cut out pauses in a podcast. Then it was like, then you can just listen to it faster. And I'm like, oh, wow.
How much time do you need in the day? Honestly, like, what are you losing?
More.
Where this is necessary.
A lot.
Did you say 4?
I said yes. I said 4.
How much time are you losing in a day? 4.
For what? I don't know.
Just 4.
4. No, I said more. I need more of it.
Okay.
We've talked about this. That like I want to be able to watch more movies and do things like playing video games and whatnot, and there's just not enough time left, unfortunately. So now this allows me to do
6 minutes off of a podcast is the answer.
Yes.
Fuck you. Just be a more adult like the rest of us.
No, I can't.
You're saving precious minutes of your life.
I'm getting so much more done by listening to podcasts faster. I definitely am. I feel like a more accomplished human being.
You know what? Just do something else. Right? You want to save time? Don't peel bananas before you eat them, okay?
That's fucking gross.
Whatever. I lose a lot of time in my day trying to peel bananas.
That's like some like horrible cliche statement like you know what, a stitch in time saves 9, and it just never caught on. It's like, yeah, you know,
a banana peel counts a meal. Okie. I'll stick with pod fasting, I guess.
Yeah. Just imagine, don't count your chickens before they hatch. Yeah, and don't peel bananas before you eat them. Like, what the fuck, Jeff? That doesn't make any sense. You can't eat a banana peel. They're a fucking weapon in Mario Kart. You don't eat it.
You can eat lots of things.
That's not the fucking answer.
Good answer for episode 69.
Oh man, there's no place else we could go at this point with this podcast.
I think we've come to the apex of the episode.
Oh man. So yeah, that's it, folks. All right. So you need to get in touch with us, ragingnerdon@gmail.com. Tell us your favorite part of the Avengers Infinity War trailer.
Or the favorite part of the banana. You guys like the peel as much as I do?
Is it the peel or the other part? The inside?
The other part? You know, the part that's food?
Because there's only 2 parts to a banana.
I never thought of it that way.
The inside
there's
and the
only
outside. 2
parts of a banana. Which part is your favorite? I like the garbage part of the banana.
I like the part that you could slip on humorously and then also eat if you're a fucking madman.
Yeah, you know, the part you can dig out of the trash with all the coffee grounds stuck on it. I like that part. 2 parts. That's our next Facebook poll. Which part of the banana is your favorite, Facebook?
God. Oh man. Yeah, man. That's it, folks. That's all. I forgot how to end the show.
It's because you've been listening to shit too fast.
Yeah, that's it. I forgot. I just breezed through it now. Yeah, all right. That's it then, folks, for this episode of Raging Nerd On. I have been James Ferguson.
I'm BJ Booth.
Nerd on, everybody. Oh man, I can't believe we laughed so hard about fucking bananas.
2 parts.
Yeah.
What's your favorite part of the banana?